Police to detain the alleged orchestrators of 3 days of countrywide protests. Opposition politicians say hundreds of protesters were killed during clashes with police as they disputed the election results which re-elected the president. An official in Ethiopia's troubled Tigray region has told the BBC the central government launched a drone strike against former rebel forces. It's the first reported confrontation between the Ethiopian government and Tigrayan rebels since one of Africa's deadliest recent conflicts ended in a peace accord 3 years ago. With more, here's Anna Temuari.
Speaking to the BBC, a top Tigrayan military official said the drone strike caused minimal damage. There has not been any comment from the government and the BBC has not independently confirmed the attack. On Thursday, officials from Afar, which neighbours the Tigray region, accused Tigrayan forces of incursion and breaching the peace deal. Hundreds of thousands of people were estimated to have died during the 2-year civil war. Observers warn conflict could be returning to the region.
BBC News. More than 50 people have been injured in an explosion at a school in the Indonesian capital, Jakarta. Students and teachers were among those attending Friday prayers when the blast struck. Police confirmed that the main suspect, a 17-year-old, was a pupil of the school. An investigation into his background and possible motive is ongoing. The Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orbán is in Washington, where he's due to meet President Trump for the first time since his allies returned to the White House. Ahead of his trip, Mr. Orbán said he would seek a waiver from sanctions the US imposed on Russian oil exports because of its war in Ukraine. Hungary is Moscow's closest ally in the European Union and remains dependent on Russian oil deliveries, but Washington want them to stop. Nick Thorpe reports.
It's the umbilical cord on which the Hungarian economy depends, says Viktor Orbán. But President Trump has said Hungary should cut that cord, that Hungary should seek alternative sources of oil, perhaps through the existing pipeline from Croatia's Adriatic coast. The Czechs have weaned themselves off Russian oil. The Americans say, why can't Hungary?
The temporary protected status for 250,000 more Venezuelans in the United States has expired, leaving them at risk of deportation. The Trump administration's decision to end the program, upheld by the Supreme Court, means they will have to apply for asylum. Before Friday, 350,000 Venezuelans had already been affected by the reversal of the program. French police have arrested 4 people after protesters repeatedly disrupted a concert by the Israel Philharmonic Orchestra in Paris. Video posted on social media showed demonstrators throwing flares, causing panic in the crowd and leading to scuffles. The French Interior Minister condemned the disruptions. BBC News.
It's back! The River Slot Casino Games Bonus Special. Introducing the in-house special where you can get not 1, not 2, but 3 times bonus for your first, second, and third deposit. But you've got to be in-house seated and playing. Bonus ranges from 5% to 25% for each deposit. Minimum deposit, $20. For more information, call 668-2576. Rules and regulation applies.
Good day, sports fan. Champions League results. Chelsea and Karabakh ended in a 2-2 draw. Paphos edged out Villarreal 1-0. Bayer Leverkusen edged out Benfica 1-0. Atalanta edged out Marseille 1-0. You know, sometimes in football, you only need the 1 goal. Newcastle beat Athletic 2-0. Manchester City beat upon Borussia Dortmund 4-1. Erling Haaland coming up against his old team. And of course, he had to score, and he did score in the 29th minute. Club Brugge and Barcelona was a ding-dong battle.
Forbes to burst away, rolls it across Tresoldi! Club Brugge in front. It's Fermin Lopez for Ferran Torres for 1-1. Beautifully done. There's Forbes and Solis, and Forbes again. A chance to run in behind. Can he keep his cool? He can. Yamal off on a run and keeps going. Wonderfully well done. Forbes to put them back in front. Just remarkable. Well, Forbes goes over Anthony Taylor points to the spot. Barcelona can't believe it. This is going to be overturned. No penalty. Yamal floats it in, deflected off Solis. The man sliding in. Surely that's going to be disallowed. He took out Szczesny. They celebrate, but it's a clear foul. No late drama here, but plenty of drama as it finishes 3-3.
English Premier games for this weekend. Tottenham versus Manchester United, West Ham United versus Burnley, Everton will play Fulham, Sunderland versus Arsenal, and Chelsea will play Wolverhampton. Coming up on Sunday, Nottingham Forest versus Leeds United, Crystal Palace versus Brighton and of Albion, Brenton will clash up with Newcastle, Aston Villa versus Bournemouth, and Manchester City and Liverpool. What a game. In the NBA, just one game on Thursday, and it featured the LA Clippers versus the Phoenix Suns, and the Suns won the game 115-102. Coming up on Friday, it's back to the NBA Cup. Golden State Warriors versus the Denver Nuggets, Orlando Magic versus the Boston Celtics, San Antonio Spurs will play the Houston Rockets, Miami Heat versus the Charlotte Hornets, Milwaukee Bucks will play Chicago Bulls, Memphis Grizzlies versus the Dallas Mavericks, the champions Oklahoma City Thunder will rumble with the Sacramento Kings. Those are some of the NBA Cup games scheduled for Friday. In the Department of Sports Under-14 football competition, Bastia High School beat up on Washi 6-1. Kaiji Martin was the star of the match, netting an impressive 4 goals, earning him the Piedrella Player of the Match award. Antonio Prescott and Devante O'Dane also scored for the Bastia High School Stormers, while Kensley Dimore scored the lone goal for the Washington Archibald High. Bastia High displayed excellent attacking fluidity and defensive organization, controlling the game from start to finish. Charles E. Mills Secondary beat up on Virtuals 4-2. Naeem Williams was named the Piedrella Player of the Match, led the way with 1 goal. Aidan Prentice, Everett Connor, and Devonta Williams also scored for Charles E. Mills. For Virtuals High, Khalik Williams and Jevian Bradshaw found the net, keeping their team competitive throughout the match. Charles E. Mills displayed strong teamwork and attacking sharpness to claim the win. Keon High School beat Dr. Denzel L. Douglas Secondary School 2-0. Judah Prentice and Javan Monzak each scored 1 goal to secure the win for Keon High, displaying composure and precision in front of goal. For his outstanding performance and overall influence on the match, Judah Prentice was named the Piedrella Player of the Match. Now to cricket on the international scene. Of course, West Indies in action in a series with New Zealand. And in the first T20 game, West Indies made 164 for 6. New Zealand could only muster up 157 for 9. So West Indies won that game by 7 runs. In the second T20 game, though, it was New Zealand who went in to bat first. They made 207 for 5. Tim Robin had 39, Mark Chapman 78, and Darryl Mitchell not out on 28. Bowling for the West Indies, Matthew Ford 1 for 17, Jason Holder 1 for 34, Romario Shepherd 1 for 38, Roston Chase 2 for 33. So now the West Indies needed 208 for victory, could only muster up 204 for 8 of their 20 overs. Brandon King, he had a duck. Alec Athanaze 33, Shai Hope 24, Akeem August 7, Jason Holder 16, Ravman Powell 45, Roston Chase 6, Romario Shepherd 34, Matthew Ford not out on 29, and Akil Hussain 1. Bowling for New Zealand, Jacob Duffy 1 for 21, Kyle Jameson 1 for 51, Ish Sodi 3 for 39, and Mitchell Santa 3 for 31. So New Zealand won the second T20 game by 3 runs. What a close game. Player of the match was Mark Chapman with his 78 of 28 balls, and he had 3 catches as well. Well, the next T20 game will be on Saturday. Still in cricket, St. Kitts won the Leeward Islands mixed tournament last weekend after a draw in the two-day game versus Antigua. The team went undefeated in the tournament, winning the 350-over games. The team also won the first two-day game versus Anguilla by 54 runs. The team's win was inspired by Mikhail Louis, who topped the batting standing with 552 runs from 6 innings, included 4 consecutive centuries and a 90-run victory over Antigua. Here's Mikhail Louis in an interview following the victory.
First of all, congratulations on an excellent tournament. Tell me, how does it first of all feel to come out champions?
It's a great feeling, and I'm happy that I was able to contribute to this feeling for the team. I think that the St. Kitts unit is a good one. I think we have a good bunch of players. We have a few young ones to look up for. John Drew. We have Caden Francis, Richards, and the skipper leading from the front, Terrence Ward. So I think that it's a well-deserved win. I think we worked hard leading up to the tournament.
You mentioned the youngsters coming through. How do you feel to be an example to these young guys coming through this sport?
Well, it's a new feeling for me. I haven't been in this position for a long while, and I'm just hoping that I'm a good example to them. I try my best to be very professional around them. I try to show them that what it takes to play at the next level, and I'm hoping that they can look at me and emulate what I do to get success.
How do you feel about your performance with the bat overall?
Leading up to this tournament, I wasn't really scoring runs, and I did a lot of work in the nets. I went back to basics. I did countless drills, and it just feels rewarding now that I got some reward for the hard work that I put in, and I'm hoping that this continues and I can continue this form in the Super 50.
4 centuries, right? Tell me, how do you feel about that? Was it surprising for you? Was it something that you thought about coming into the tournament?
No, leading up to the tournament, my goal really was to bat every ball, every over for the whole game. So I just wanted to bat through the whole innings, and obviously, knowing myself with the skill I have, I know that I would have scored. And receiving 4 centuries is a great feeling, obviously, but I don't think the best is yet to come. So I'm still hoping that I can make some centuries in the Super 50.
What can we expect from Mikhail Louis going forward? Going into the new year.
Moving forward, Mikhail Louis is going to continue working hard. He's going to continue learning from his mistakes, and just expect great things from him.
What can this victory do for St. Kitts cricket?
I am hoping that, I'm honestly happy that you asked that question. I think one of the biggest issues that we have in St. Kitts pertaining to cricket is investors. We need some money invested into the cricket so that, so we can have gear for the fellas, training equipment, practice equipment. So I'm hoping that maybe this victory, this tournament, could inspire some businesses, some people who are doing well financially, to invest into the young players and into the cricket.
Mikhail, thanks again, man, and congratulations to you and the team, buddy.
Thank you.
Now some table tennis. The St. Kitts and Nevis Table Tennis Association is pleased to advise that it continues to provide opportunities for players to represent St. Kitts and Nevis in table tennis championships overseas. As such, the following 5 players, 1 female, 4 males, will be traveling to Grenada to represent St. Kitts and Nevis in the ANOSES Senior Table Tennis Championship, which is being held in Grenada from the 7th to the 9th of November. Our ambassadors are Ms. Shania Harris, Assistant Manager and Player, Calvin Lake, Coach Player, Andre Freeman, Manager Player, Baggio Grant, and Tridell Lake. They will be competing in the males team, males singles, males double, and female single. The St. Kitts and Nevis Table Tennis Association is pleased and proud to thank our silver sponsors, The Cable, for coming on board once again this year as they did in 2023. We also thank the St. Kitts and Nevis Olympic Committee for their continuous support and assistance to the St. Kitts and Nevis Table Tennis Association. The following countries will be competing: the defending champions, St. Lucia, Dominica, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Antigua and Barbuda, Martinique, specially invited guests, St. Kitts and Nevis, and of course the host, Grenada. Congratulations to the players for making the team, and we want to wish them all the very best. That's it for today's presentation of the Freedom Sports.
It's back! The River Slot Casino Games Bonus Special. Introducing the in-house special where you can get not 1, not 2, but 3 times bonus for your first, second, and third deposit. But you've got to be in-house seated and playing. Bonus ranges from 5% to 25% for each deposit. Minimum deposit, $20. For more information, call 668-2576. Rules and regulation applies. Freedom FM news, sports, and weather are available at www.freedomskn.com. Freedom FM News airs at 7 a.m., 12:30 p.m., and 6 p.m. Monday to Friday. If you have news, call our Freedom News hotline at 465-6474 or 466-5887 or email news@freedomskn.com.
Are you tired of poor commercial printing services? Tired of long lead times, poor print quality, high prices, and broken promises? Contact Bass Printing. Bass Printing is Kittitian-owned by a world-class ink and printing expert. Bass Printing delivers quality, speed, and value guaranteed. At Bass Printing, we care about your printing needs and take pride in our work. We offer a wide range of printing products and services for any occasion or purpose, including brochures, flyers, banners, shirts, labels, or anything else. We will handle it with professionalism. Contact Bass Printing today and get a free quote and a 10% discount on your first order. Visit us online at www.bassprinting.com, email contact@bassprinting.com, or WhatsApp us at 513-885-2017. Bass Printing, quality, speed, and value guaranteed.
Need to get your goods to St. Kitts and Nevis? Look no further. TDC Shipping has you covered with reliable cargo solutions by land, air, and sea. Whether it's a package from across the world or a large shipment of goods, TDC Shipping makes it easy, affordable, and stress-free. And with our Airbox service, ordering from your favorite online stores just got even easier. Ship straight to your mailbox and let TDC Shipping handle the rest. Fast, secure, and even to your door. Visit us today at the C.A. Paul Southwell Industrial Park or Penny's Industrial Site, or call 465-2511 in St. Kitts or 469-5430 in Nevis. TDC Shipping, where reliable service meets unbeatable convenience. TDC, together we succeed.
You don't need to wait until Christmas to win big with the cable. Win now. Win weekly. That's right. Every week, the cable is giving you the chance to take home a brand new 50-inch smart TV. Plus, your share of $25,000 in other fantastic prizes. It's simple. Just perform the qualifying action, and you could be our next lucky winner. Imagine watching your favorite shows, sports, and movies on a crisp, clear 50-inch screen, all courtesy of the cable. To add to the excitement, our winning streak grows with each week. Week 1 starts with 1 winner. Week 2, 2 winners. And by week 10, we'll have 10 winners in the last week. Winners will be announced weekly, starting October 20. So stay tuned to our social media pages and weekly radio shows to find out how you can qualify. Because with the cable, every week is a winning week. The cable, keeping you connected, entertained, and rewarded. Giving you more where it matters. Always. Terms and conditions apply.
When your intention is to make a fashion statement with the finest pieces of gold, silver, or diamond jewelry, elegant watches, and the best long-lasting perfumes, come to Top Notch next to Rams at Camps on St. Kitts. We also carry sunglasses and reading glasses, original designer belts, handbags, wallets, and clutches. Top Notch is open Monday to Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. At Top Notch, we believe luxury should be affordable.
It's the radio station with the difference. Freedom FM 106.5.
Inland Revenue Department.
I am Andrea Lawrence, Senior Tax Inspector with your Inland Revenue Department Tax Fact for today. Objections to assessment made by the Inland Revenue Department. Disagreements are likely to occur between the taxpayer and the Inland Revenue Department. With such occurrences, the Objections Unit is responsible for reviewing any notice of objection, keeping in mind that the relevant tax laws and accounting principles and practices, and make an independent decision decision on the outcome of any matter previously decided by the department. Generally, anyone who is dissatisfied with an assessment or decision by the department is eligible to file for a notice of objection with the comptroller. For more information on objections to assessments, contact the Inland Revenue Department at 465-8485, extension 3482 in St. Kitts, or 469-5521, extension 5010 in Nevis, or visit our website www.sknird.com and be sure to like our Facebook page, St. Kitts and Nevis Inland Revenue Department. Inland Revenue Department, building our nation through responsible tax administration.
For life's finest moments, celebrate them with Skoal Premium Lager. Pure malt, pure class, pure perfection. Skoal, class and perfection in a bottle.
Reliable, dependable, Delta. If you live here in St. Kitts and your tank on E, there's only one place that you should be. Maybe driving in Nevis and you need some fuel. Go straight to Delta. Don't be a fool. Get your cooking gas fast. All petroleum needs ULSD. Everyone in the region is shouting, Go Delta. Premium gasoline in a fully stocked C-store. So there's only one place you should be. Delta Petroleum, baby.
What if your money did more than sit in an account? What if it built dreams, supported families, and empowered futures? At St. Kitts Credit Union, we're more than a financial institution. We're a family that believes in your potential, rooted in people helping people. Enjoy competitive savings rates and low-interest loans for mortgages, vehicles, education, and more. Need security for you or your loved ones? The Family Indemnity Plan and Loan Protection Insurance give your loved ones peace of mind, whether you're saving for school, building your business, or planning for tomorrow. SKCU is here for you. It's not just about banking, it's about belonging. Contact us at 465-2272 or any of our branches. Learn more online at www.skccu.com. Become a member today and be a part of something greater.
Hey, Webmaster here. I stay connected to Freedom with the Freedom SKN app. Simply search for the Freedom app in the Android's Play Store or the Apple's App Store and download it. Enjoy world-class radio at its best, anytime, anywhere. Become a Freedom apper today.
For life's finest moments, celebrate them with Skoal Premium Lager. Pure malt, pure class, pure perfection. Skoal, class and perfection in a bottle.
I am Al Jackson, and I listen to Freedom FM 106.5.
I can tell you a story about what one dance can do. One dance can do. And listen now, after one dance on the floor, she came back wanting for more, for more.
beautiful and sensational Friday to you. We're coming to you live from the studios of Freedom FM 106.5 in beautiful downtown Bastia, St. Kitts and Nevis. I'm Juni Libert, joined by Sam Conda and Patrick Martin for the usual talk, not just talk, but constructive talk, positive talk, getting results. Good afternoon, gentlemen. How y'all doing?
Good afternoon, Juni. My button doesn't say red here. What does that mean?
You're up.
I'm up? Okay. Yeah. Good afternoon, Juni. Good afternoon, Sam.
You're
good
live,
afternoon to the listeners and viewers to Freedom FM. Happy to be here. An overcast Friday afternoon, but nothing's ominous stirring.
Good.
Sam?
Yeah, good afternoon, Juni. Good afternoon, Patrick. Good afternoon to our listeners. Happy to be back after a little break last Friday. We are happy to be back with you on this Friday afternoon.
All right. Well, first off, let me just apologize for the late start. We brought a live show from Digicel, which went from 12 to minutes after 1 o'clock, and then we had the news, and then we had lunch. And so that accounted for the time being spent. But we do apologize to you, but we're going to make sure we make it up to you on the other side of 3 o'clock. Make it up a bit, you know? Yes. Before we get anywhere, I just want to extend birthday greetings, belated birthday greetings to my colleague here, the Honorable Sam Conda, celebrated his 21st birthday.
You got that right.
I got it right?
Mm-hmm.
Earlier this week, Sam, happy birthday. God bless you with another 21 and times 21 times 21.
Thank you very much, Juni.
Don't start yet. You know, he's ready to talk.
Yeah, let him talk.
No, I have to wish him happy birthday too.
Oh, yes, sorry. My bad. Go ahead.
My information is just 25. But anyway, I'll take the 21. Happy birthday, brother.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. Sincerely appreciate it. I even forget, you know. I don't count the years anymore. I just count the blessings, you know. When you count the years, you get tired and weary and worn. But
you get lost. You lose track.
Yeah, when you count the blessings, you you feel renewed, grateful, blessed, everything. So I just count the blessings. And I want to really say thank you to all those people who called some on my birth dates, brothers and sisters on my birth date, and others in November who remember me. I mean, it was a flood of folks. And I want to thank all of them. Sincerely appreciate all the greetings that I got.
All right.
He said a flood of votes? Oh, no, folks. No. Flood of folks.
Folks, yeah, not votes.
Sam is a leader in this country. God has certainly blessed his life and continues to bless his life. So we pray for more blessing after blessing after blessing.
That's right.
As we continue the icon celebration, Sam, you're an icon this week. The other 51 weeks, you're just a regular guy.
Okay.
Pay tribute to my colleague, Dr. Bishara C. Haley, practitioner in general internal medicine, who has retired from the public service. And he's going to continue practicing. Well, I have to verify that. He's going to continue practicing. But to say that I knew him when he first came back from his training, and to say that he was singularly responsible for getting us off the ground in terms of dialysis. Came back, started working at JNF Medical Ward, saw something, wrote it up, did the research, wrote it up, presented, and within short order, we had peritoneal dialysis started at JNF Hospital.
What is peritoneal?
Okay, so that's the dialysis where you instead of connecting to the body through the bloodstream, you connect through the abdominal cavity, peritoneal cavity. Thanks for that question. And so whenever I talk about it, I always talk about that story, and of course he has left the internal medicine ward at JNF better than he found it, and that's a credit to Patriot. Bishara C. Haley?
Yeah, I don't know in the medicine thing, right? Because I'm not one of your guys. But and my doctor is Dr. Laws. That's my personal physician. When I go to him and he tell me I need a second opinion, I go back the following week to hear what it is. So, but
I just got it. But the weak boy, sharp. I just got that. Second opinion is when you go back. You go back to the next. Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, but Dr. Haley is really. I love him. I love the man. He's not my doctor. He's Gene's doctor. But as a patriot, I mean, that guy just has an interest. I read a lot of his stuff. I learned so much from him. He's a patriot, a guy who loves his country, who loves the people. And I want to thank him, for his service to the country. I believe, like you say, he's going to continue, but he's the public service. But I imagine that he will continue in private practice. But I say, he's a great guy. I love him. A great critician and vision, and so Kitty Vision, rather. And
yes.
I want to thank him, like I say, for his service to the country, and wish him continued good health and continued blessings of the Almighty.
When you call him to discuss a matter all hours of the day, and night. And he starts discussing, your blood pressure and your blood sugar automatically come down. The way which he approaches things. So, once again, happy retirement, public service retirement to Dr. Bishara C. Haley. Junior, any other icons, any other words?
I can't
remember.
My son celebrated his birthday. He's an icon to me. My son Avery George Liburd celebrated his 34th birthday yesterday.
Yesterday.
That means I'm getting old. Duh. But happy birthday. He's listening where are you, George? I call him my nomad son. He has restless feet. Because the other day he was working in South Korea and teaching.
Okay.
And told me he was going to settle down in South Korea. So I expected him to do that. But then a couple of weeks after that, he said, Dad, I'm in Miami.
What's his area of studies?
He likes photography, television.
Okay.
So he says that...
The media?
Yes, he's a media mogul.
I wonder where he got those genes from. I wonder.
I wonder myself. Yeah. So he then proceeds to tell me that, don't be surprised if you end up back in St. Kitts.
Very nice, really. Happy to have him. Yeah.
Happy to have him, yeah. So happy birthday, George. Hope you enjoyed it to the max.
All right, so let's move right into main discussion topics in Parliament. Recently, Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew made a statement about the cancer situation, which was certainly picked up by the local media.
Who did that?
Dr. Terence Drew,
Okay.
Minister of Finance, Health,
Where did he make that?
During the last parliamentary sitting, he was speaking last Friday, that's correct. He was speaking on a statement by ministers. Yeah. He mentioned that, let's see if I got it right, that more men are dying from prostate cancer than women from breast cancer. And that,
why is that?
That spark.
You know what amazes me, Dr. Martin?
Patrick.
With all the technology, men walk on the moon, they convert this into that, they do all kinds of things, they create miracles, and yet they can't find a cure, or there is a cure, but it's only for the super rich and super,
No, there's no cure. There's no cure.
It's taking long.
Well, Rome was not built in a day.
It's in 2 days.
And basically, women show up to doctors and nurses to get their checkups. Well, we have to think about it. Don't we?
It has to do with the insertion of the index. I think it has a lot to do with that. People just feel like...
But generally, before we come to the finger up into your rectum, that's what you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. Men on a whole, all over the world, we take our time before we get checked up. We sometimes have to be pulled or pushed. by the significant others in our lives.
But
But in St. Kitts and Nevis, when it comes to prostate health, we started making progress in Nevis first, with the collaboration with Dr. Thwaites and others. The cancer screening started in Nevis, and hundreds of men showing up. It took a little while in St. Kitts for St. Kitts to get off the mark and reach to hundreds, but now these days, when there is a cancer screening at the Masonic Lodge at Taylor's Range, the police have to block the streets, access streets.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. But yet, the other reason could be that breast cancer deaths are falling faster than prostate cancer deaths. Right. That could be other reason. I'm waiting for the data to share that with you, probably hopefully by next week. But the interest that the certain media houses it piqued the interest of certain media houses, which is very good. So it sparked some discussion about men's health. And health on a whole.
And you hear it in the calypsos now. I mean, even the calypso is joining in. There's a calypso.
Oh, I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Happy to hear that. Happy to hear that.
This morning, Bold played it.
Yeah.
Happy to hear that. We are following some research that shows that there's a compound in watermelon, pawpaw, pink guava called lycopene.
Lycopene?
Lycopene, Lycopene.
Excuse my ignorance, but is that the same thing for the eyes? Or is lycos?
Okay, you're right. So not. I'm trying to get the one for the eyes.
Correct.
Yeah,
it will come to you.
Yeah,
you get to know.
Duh. So there is this research suggesting that the lycopene, which is in the red, orange and red colored fruits, watermelon, pink guava, tomatoes, is protective in relation to prostate health. But in the final analysis, get tested, get checked, and if an intervention has to be done early, it's very helpful.
But compared to 30 years ago, would you say that the chances of survival from cancer as a whole, especially breast cancer and prostate cancer, are good? The survival rate
compared to 30 years ago? Absolutely. Absolutely. And so we could put three things down to that: people taking care of themselves, good nutrition, early detection, and technology. And so it's no one size. It's not a magic bullet. It's a package of interventions.
Plus, I think people are no longer afraid to talk about their health.
No.
Once ago, if you say you had the big C, people shun you. They thought they could get it just by being in the company.
You're absolutely correct about that. Because if you have certain conditions, you could be stigmatized and discriminated against. Yeah. But certainly, I know, for example, on this radio stations, there are regular discussions about medical matters, including cancer.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's very good.
And you have more care groups now and all that kind of.
Well, I'm happy. I'm thankful for that, Sam. The support groups, unbelievable value to the whole. Having someone who has been there, done that, hold your hands and walk you through. That does wonders. Does wonders for your psyche, and as you know, what happens in the brain, in terms of your appreciation of life, can affect your survivability. Yeah.
Right.
And as we speak of that, maybe we should just give some shout out the past Agnes Farrell, who was one of the major, she was a cancer survivor, and one of the major persons in getting groups together, care groups and supporting groups together. And
we just had the Pink Walk.
Just had the
Pink Walk, which was massively supported.
Yep.
Yeah, massively supported. Very, very young people took part in that. And speaking of walks, let me stick a pin in for the walk for the Children's Home, which is on tomorrow. Tomorrow, yeah. At Frigate Bay. golf course. It's a nice, friendly walk, rain or shine. The walk will take place because the children's home is a valuable service in this country. And it's private. Children's home is private. There's some public support, but children's home is a private foundation. Just to stick that in.
You know, I just said that, Patrick, I was speaking to a guy just yesterday who told me, that's true. He said his mother drowned on the Christina. They died from on the Christina. And he had 3 brothers, he said, 2 brothers, and they had to go to the children's home. Nobody to take care of them. The children, as you mentioned, the children's home, I mean, the service that is provided to this country.
Doris Lloyd,
yeah. Nurse, right, what's her name, Miss Woods? Myrtle Woods and those folks.
Agnes Skerritt.
Agnes Skerritt, right, good. Yeah. So he said he and another brother, the two of them were older, and the youngest one couldn't go in there because he was too young for the children's home. So he got some attention, and then later on he went, and the guy told me, he said, Sam, I'm so pleased that you had that opportunity, when my mother joined on the Christine, and so the children's home have been serving this country. And so we want to encourage people to support the work and their contribution for the.
And at any time you wish to make a contribution, the Children's Home Foundation will be happy to accept the contribution.
Okay.
Right, let's move on.
7 minutes after the hour of 2 o'clock.
What? Okay.
Let's get the move on.
So we had some commissionings. Is that a word? Commissioning events. Mm-hmm. We had 5 new ambulances, a public-private partnership, Ministry of Health, and, the government and TDC, and the opening of the St. Peter's main road. Gentlemen, let's talk about...
How many buses? Five
brand new, totally outfitted.
What, 10?
It takes it up to 10. But then we can now put ambulances, Sandy Point,
Just curiosity,
Molyneux.
Dr. Martin, how many buses does Nevis have? How many ambulances does Nevis have?
2, 3. Someone will give us the details.
Just making sure that they also...
Oh, yeah, the hospital in Nevis has its partners assisting it also. Which is a major point, that government's contribution to healthcare has been enormous and continues to be since 1952, adult suffrage. But there is need for some civil supports, and wherever you think you can partner with the government in helping to run healthcare facilities, please put your hand up. Even to run a health center, please put your hand up.
Did I hear that these new ambulances were custom made?
Custom made for St. Kitts' conditions, and also came outfitted with equipment.
Right.
Right. So I remember now there to serve the resident population. Well, for St. Kitts, that's about 39,000, and 1 million plus visitors, which we anticipate. So don't be surprised if you see an ambulance stationed at Port Zante when the cruise ships pull in, but definitely at major events. So yes, that's the ambulances, and kudos to TDC for putting its hand up to work with the government. Hitherto, ambulances were bought, as we say here, 1-1, and then you need parts, and then you run into a problem. So the decision was made, we're not going to go down that road anymore. Let's deal with a local company that's an agent for credible vehicles.
And provide the services.
And so the maintenance. Right, so all right, so that's 1. 2, the St. Peter's main road. Here's some data. St. Peter's is in St. Kitts. There's been a 60% increase in the number of households in St. Peter's since 2001. Since 2001. Yeah, fastest growing community. Well-deserved main road.
Yep. And it's
long overdue surface.
Yeah. And it has added so much to the whole, environment, the whole area. What's happening there? The traffic.
Local contractor.
Mm-hmm.
And some subcontracting from Public Works in Nevis in terms of some of the paving.
Mm-hmm. supervised by Public Works as well. St. Kitts.
During the commissioning ceremony, it was such a joy to see the lead engineer speak at that forum. Someone who hails from the area, the lead engineer.
Okay.
Yeah. The parish with the second fastest growing population is St. John's in Nevis, 52% since 2001. So 60% for St. Peter's, St. Kitts, and 52% in St. John's in Nevis. Yeah. Junior, have had an opportunity to sample the new road, St. Peter's?
Course.
At night? Have you seen the cat eyes and the different colors?
No, mostly in the day.
Okay.
I buy soup from a lady under the mango.
Oh, okay.
Saturday, so.
That's our Saturday hangout.
Yes.
But the cat eyes, the different colors, certainly
adds.
That's the word.
We want the rest of the country to look like that, yeah.
Well, how much is it going to cost?
How much will it cost?
Okay, so the cost given for that project is 31 million.
31 million.
All right, so let's do some mathematics as we go around the island and the country. All right, issue number 3. When the U.S. economy sneezes,
you get a cold.
No, pneumonia. Pneumonia. U.S. flight delays will have an effect on our economy.
Yeah.
Period. Full stop.
Yep.
At the beginning of the tourist season.
Right at the beginning of the tourist season. And then at the peak of travel in
United States, yeah.
around the world, really. Yeah. Yeah.
And that is in addition to the saber rattling going on around Venezuela.
Yep.
Warships and cruise ships don't mix, right?
At all.
Our small islands can't take we're not getting a break, are we? Every time we wake up, there's some threat to our economy.
Yeah.
Speaking of threats to the economy, Hurricane Melissa, Category 5 plus Hurricane Melissa, estimated to cost Jamaica around 30% of its 2024 GDP.
I heard the PM say he estimated it in billions of US dollars.
Yeah, 30% of the
GDP.
Yeah, 30% of the
He
GDP.
gave a number.
Yeah, he gave a figure, but the 30% of GDP stopped because I'm thinking 30% of our GDP had we dodged a couple of Category 5s. 30% of our GDP. Let's do some quick mathematics. It sounds like $80-something million. EC dollars. No wooden structure can survive Category 5. Probably not Category 4. What do we have to do here in St. Kitts and Nevis and the OECS and the CARICOM?
Well, I don't know if you could do anything, It's what's happening in Brazil, COP30.
Okay, so one of the things we can do is go there and speak first, speak last, speak long, speak loud.
And yeah, exactly. It's like Mark Granted has said, the Premier Mark Granted has said, we're asked to cash a check that we didn't write. It's just, out of our hands, climate change,
Roofs have to be made from concrete now.
Yeah.
These hurricanes.
And we have the renewable energy and the reduction in the fossil fuel and all of those things.
But for now, for the next hurricane season is 7 months away.
Yeah.
The storm surge kicked up by a hurricane of that nature is of magnitude of 15 to 20 feet. Think of a 15 to 20 foot wall of water coming into the Bastille roadstead. And think of the Newtown Bay Road and Irishtown Bay Road. And all other communities that are close to the sea.
St. Paul's.
No, well, Well, let's start from Bastia going around. The next coastal one is Old Road. Childs, halfway tree.
Yeah, right down.
Right. And in Nevis, it's coming along Samuel Hunkins Drive. That's the Low Street area. Yeah. Well, I mean, we already have some boulders out in the sea to try to break up the energy, but 15 to 20 foot wall of water. We have to do some more thinking.
Yeah.
How about electrical cables underground?
Yeah, they're doing that already. That's part of the program. Our electrical cables underground. That's part of the program that has started.
How about being vigilant against persons who are deliberately blocking storm drains with litter?
Absolutely. All those things. You have to be more aware, more conscious, Yeah. All those serious matters that we have to take. Those are things that we can do. And we have to do what we can do to mitigate against this.
This is the new normal, Junie and Sam. This is the new normal. You have any friends or family who were in the epicenter for Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica, or Cuba,
Haiti,
or Bahamas? Bermuda got some of it too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Cuba will get quite a bit as well.
And
quite a bit.
Yes, there was damage done by wind, but most of the damage done by water, seawater, rainwater. 30 inches of rain were in the estimate. Google's AI said that is the equivalent of 192,000 gallons of water falling on in an acre of land.
Yeah, this is serious. I mean, Jamaica is going to take, and Cuba as well. I mean,
a friend of mine.
Do you know what efforts CARICOM is making to assist?
They've started something out of Barbados, Sidima, and they've up and running right away, and they're making serious efforts.
Because a lot of the areas they're trying to reach are not accessible.
They require helicopters.
Yeah. But Sidima is on
good.
One of the first countries in there was El Salvador. Yeah. Shows you the connections, the relationships to Central America. Gentlemen, a new normal. Are we seeing a trend towards stronger citizen and civil society voice in politics? Or in political
explain that.
Town halls? People are showing up. Asking tough questions.
Yeah.
You think there's more of an interest now in the politics than before?
A friend of mine suggests that when you have persons like Donald Trump et al. In politics, that's one of the side effects. People become more interested.
Yeah. I think what has piqued that interest here is the SSD.
Yeah.
People, like I say, I've said apart from the independence and secession and the land acquisition, I've not seen an issue that has, engaged and occupied the attention of, the population.
And that's good. That's very, very good for democracy and good
right
governance.
Across political lines, social lines, economic lines, culture. I mean, right across, cutting across. All these.
I think also that the people, the masses of the people, feel like they have to be more on the case, as it were, of the politicians than before, because their livelihood is impacted.
Which is a good
by
thing.
What the politicians do or don't do.
Yeah.
And so I think that's, as you say, it's a good thing, and it's very important that they keep up the pressure, because that's how you get results.
That's right.
How do you think that project is going? Well, we are still waiting for the environmental impact assessment, the economic impact assessment, and the all-important, in my estimation, social impact assessment. those independent scientific assessments have not been put on the table yet. I don't know if they've been done. And they will certainly, in my estimation, further inform the public debate on this but this project, massive project, 3 phases, 3 components: resorts, marina, residences. A question for you: if it was only resorts and marina, would we be having, what would have been the
No, I think it would have been the same. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Say that question again, please.
If it was if the destiny was only about resorts and a marina.
And marina.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If the response would have been the same.
What would you think the response? I'm asking you.
I think it might have been less.
You think so?
Yeah, I think there's something significant about destiny.
The residences. The residences.
That has never happened before, you know.
We heard thousands of possible thousands of new residents.
10,000.
You've heard 10,000?
About 10,000.
Yeah,
Wow.
well, maybe you're right. I think thinking of it, because the thing is that I think is the land, is the disposition, as it were, of the land that is causing the
Yeah, but people are also questioning what will happen for education or legal or constitution or legal framework. Would they be going to the same jail if they commit offenses? Or they would have their own jail? Would they have their own social security? There's a lot of questions if they're going to be the same and where they're going to be different and why. So there are a number of questions that have to be answered by this destiny thing, because I was listening to Dwyer and something piqued my interest. I want to share this with you. I think this was from, it's just about 1 minute and 30 seconds. So let me share it with you and our listeners now, which has to do with the same thing we're talking about.
From bad decisions. The BHS, what happened to that? And then we found...
Hold on.
We continue to suffer from bad decisions. The BHS, what happened to that? And then we found out that $15 million in fees were paid in relation to that project, or let me say that non-project. For what? Where's that money? Don't forget the giveaway solar power deal with the Brooks Swiss company. I brought that to your attention. What happened to that? Don't forget the COVID lockdown cruelty, the disgraceful Galaxy prison deal. All of these bad decisions for you, made by intelligent people. Why? Why would intelligent people make such bad decisions? Is it that when you get into power you get stupid, or something else happens? Or you get smarter? The prison deal made money for a lot of people, but not for you. And if you go there now, you will believe that it is going to end up like all of those other Chinese projects. Nowhere. You might find 2 or 3 Chinese men over there sitting down on that tree smoking cigarettes. While people scamper off with hundreds of millions of US dollars, billions of our dollars. When is this going to stop? All of these projects, badly structured, badly negotiated, badly administered. And from 2022 to now, Christoph Harbour and Kitishan Hill, for example, have still not been straightened out. These are major gold mines, at least in potential for the country. One in one end of the island, the other in the other. BHS still can't start in earnest. Solar power, still not underway. We're still waiting for the JNF. They want to let Destiny in to take hold of 3 square miles of Nevis, and it looks like they would have proceeded had we not made some noise about it. They signed up to lease a special heritage site, Fort Thomas, to an Indian group for a shrine, and gave the Indian group an option to purchase the site. What could be more crazy and disrespectful than that? Let me end by saying this. Mr. Prime Minister, unexpected, the Calypsonian sang a song. A very popular song. Of course. Please get the country on course.
Okay, he was putting it in the context. I think I started the tape a little bit too late. But before this piece, he was talking about destiny and saying that we have to be careful based on what has happened in the past about how we let how we let things come in companies, hotels, institutions, and they proceed to just take our money and run. And we have nothing to show for it. And I think that is why a number of people have turned out, more people have turned out to these town halls, because they have the question as well, nothing in this for me. Where are this money gone? A lot of people still questioning the CBI funds. What happened to that? Right? It's being alleged that monies have disappeared in Swiss accounts and offshore accounts and all kinds of things. Rumor and speculation, yes, but how much of it is true? And I think that ministers, we should hold their feet to the fire about these things, because this is what governance is all about, accountability and all of that.
Transparency.
And transparency. So, we need to know what's going on with our country, because times are getting harder and harder. Dog and all look walk, as the Calypsonian goes.
The world is not kind to you because you're a small island.
No. That is why you have to make sure.
That's why we have to make sure that the institutions of our democracy are working.
That's right.
For us. So, number one, separation of the parliament from the executive. You elect people to parliament only. And then we have an arrangement, constitutional arrangement, where you form an executive, which is subject to the constant scrutiny of the parliament. The current system we have is that the government side of the parliament and the executive is the same. 2, Public Accounts Committee. The Public Accounts Committee Act is in the name of the leader of the opposition. It's a powerful organ of accountability.
Part of our Constitution.
When it works normally, any public servant having to do with public money can be called summoned to answer a question about a project or program. We need that. Then you have other. Then you have civil society organizations, bar, chamber, unions, faith
Church.
Communities that can organize their own town halls or consultations, but they must be based on working documents. So, our laws mandate that there must be environmental assessment and economic assessment and social assessment for major projects. It's good to see the St. Christopher Heritage Trust and the Nevis Historical and Conservation Society weighing in. In relation to the destiny, the Nevis Historical and Conservation Society clearly wrote in their press release the need for environmental, economic, and social assessments, which will, as I interpret it, to further inform Town Hall.
What about the Bar Association? Have they?
Yeah, I've mentioned those in terms of.
No, on Destiny and.
I haven't seen anything. Have you seen anything?
No, not on Destiny. No.
I think it was just Charles was commented on.
Charles did, but I think the Bar Association said something about
the chamber.
No. I think the Bar Association said that they didn't have an opportunity to look at the legislation. I think they said that, and they're waiting. I think that was said by the Bar. That a press release from the Bar Association.
Okay.
So I think the bottom line is that of this discussion we're having is that the people are more assertive and asking tough questions, which is the right thing to do.
That's right.
You ask the question until you're satisfied with the answers you get. It might be irritating. It can be irritating, but that's if you can't take the heat of the kitchen, get out.
Yeah. Politicians don't like to answer these kind of questions.
Sam was good at
yeah. They take you on a jog around the island and you come back to back.
Yeah, and it is very easy to tell when they what's that called?
The question.
What you taught me in school? Circumlocution. yeah. You could tell when the things are being spun. Yeah. But the point is of this discussion is that the people are participating more.
Yeah.
This issue that generated that interest and discussion.
Once upon a time, you can go on a platform and say, I will do this and I will do that, and the crowd says, yay. Remember those days?
Mm-hmm.
Not anymore. Not anymore. So, will the proposed Destiny Project South Coast Nevis, here's the question, will it get off the mark?
Well,
that's a question, eh?
Yeah. Well, one guy told me that what's happening now is that it's marking time, and he expects the next command to be halt. So I don't know.
What you mean by that?
Because it's marking time.
It's marking time.
I mean, grading as in...
No, marking time.
Marching in place.
Still.
Marching in place.
Yeah. I've heard a rumor, I don't know how true it is, that a snap election might be called.
No, man. No?
I'm just saying that's what I heard.
Yeah.
But why would anybody do it? No, not questioning you. But why?
Yeah.
Well, allegedly the opposition is in disarray, and this might be a good time for Labour to get back in.
This
is what I've heard.
That sound like...
It sound like sense to me.
Yeah.
Let me hear you.
No,
explain the sense.
You feel, if I'm a leader of a country,
yeah,
I've done 3.5 years. The opposition is in disarray. They're here and there, but the other opposition don't have no candidates yet, and so on. That's a good time to come with something.
So you can come, well...
I'm just saying that, not that I would do
not
it.
because of destiny, but generally, this is...
Maybe that they'll usher in destiny after that.
No.
But, no, I mean...
Got to go to Parliament?
Yeah, whatever time you come, destiny is going to be examined and cross-examined.
I agree.
So calling an election for that wouldn't help.
I'm not saying you call an election for that.
Oh, that's what I'm asking.
Based on the state of play.
Of the opposition?
With the opposition. And elections have been called for that reason as well in the past.
True.
That has happened.
Sure, but you also have to consider your side of the ledger.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Dr. Sir Kennedy Simmons telling a group of us, a coin has two sides and an edge.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to consider the other side and the edge. Mm-hmm. Are you ready to contest the general election?
Well, you ain't going to be ready. If you have to be ready to call it.
Exactly. You can't just look at what the opposition is doing or not doing. You have to be ready to call it.
Yeah.
So snap election before December? No.
Before December?
Yeah. That's Judy put that on the table.
I didn't say it before December. No.
Oh, you didn't put a timeline?
I'm just saying anytime before the next election. Sooner rather than later.
Well, we already passed the halfway mark.
Yeah.
Okay,
this is 3 years now, so we're going into the fourth year.
So any time between now and the constitutionally due date is not, it's kind of not snappish.
Yeah. No, I don't think so.
Because, you can be called at any time.
Yeah. I mean, in fact, by what, August next year is going to be 4 years,
4
right?
years, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, right now, you could expect an election anytime after that, once you reach you.
His Majesty's loyal opposition parties must be in a state of readiness now because we're going...
But we know from ground level that they're not.
They're not?
No. I mean, you could tell.
They might coalesce.
Okay, tell me who are the candidates for PLP.
They might coalesce.
They're not ready yet. They need more time.
Well, you seem to have some good ground information.
I'm just saying, it's obvious when they hold their press conferences. You kind of discern certain trends, Yeah.
Political pundit, Johnny is.
Sounds Carl Stone taught me political science. Trevor Monroe.
Yeah. And the teaching was when the opposition is in disarray, drop. Ring the bell.
I didn't say that, but we went through that too, Yeah, ring the bell, yes. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think that the government, they have to implement their plans more. The Bastia High School is the state-of-the-art hospital, the housing, that they plan to introduce 2,500 houses, I understand, is just 2 or 3 that are finished. I don't know how true that is. But these are things that they have to finish or make sure that they're almost finished before they ring the bell.
We're not finished. Get started.
Well, there you go.
No, the hospital can't finish before the next election. The Bastia School can't finish before the next election. So, but they have to get housing.
Can't finish.
Yeah. So.
What will start for sure is 24/7 water.
Water, yeah. and the renewable energy. Those are things. Yeah, the roads. I mean,
I don't know. The government and people of St. Kitts must take credit for water because water is very cheap in St. Kitts compared to other regions.
Yeah, the cheapest in the world. I don't know any
monthly,
place where you have
must
water.
be about $20 a month, for water.
That's a subsidy.
Subsidized.
That's a subsidy.
Yeah. But I'm
and
saying
we're going to be generating water now using electricity. That's
desalination
desal.
Plant
and the price of
how much is that going to cost?
Well, we'll find out.
Okay.
I believe.
Okay.
Gentlemen, let's move on
Let's move on.
Yeah. This section is called Safety and Security. Quickly, some Brazilians. We have been off the air a couple of times, but in the meantime, some Brazilians were arrested. A Brazilian trio was arrested and charged for offenses having to do with IT security. You remember that story?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We were arrested.
Here.
Yeah, I remember that story. Yeah.
Which again point to the fact that, yeah, we are small, but we have we have work to do.
Yeah.
Because people think because we are small,
people
and,
take advantage.
and 80% of African descent, that we are not vigilant, and they got caught. In terms of safety and security, how's the photo radar speed enforcement going? How is that going?
That is generating a lot of debate as well.
But has cut down on the rate of accidents.
Yeah, things are moving a bit slower now. Yeah, we had a group, the heads of the police force here. What's the term we use for that?
Commissioner of police.
No, not the heads, the people in
High Command.
The High Command was here with Jamie. I think it was yesterday.
Yeah, that's yesterday or a week ago.
No, man, they were here. This
yesterday.
Week.
Okay.
Yeah, they were here this week. It was yesterday, Thursday, and they spoke to that issue very fluently. They agreed that they might have started a bit early before educating the public, but now they're doing that now to make sure that people understand what it is they're getting into before they get into it.
I can tell you, for us in the health field, this is good because the emergency rooms. I understand, although there is no photo radar in Nevis yet, subject to correction, that the traffic speed has slowed down in Nevis too.
They have officers out there with the speed gun?
I don't know, but I understand speeds have become more reasonable in the roads in Nevis. But the point is that our emergency rooms are filled up with people, with minor, moderate, severe injuries, and of course, remember when we had that spate of deaths. There was a general outcry for reduce the speed, police do something. Yeah. So we have seen that. Knocking on wood, we have seen a decrease in the burden.
What is they have a program and the traffic review or something like that, which they're doing an excellent job.
Yeah.
For me, getting people to understand what it's about and how to work.
I think this is an important initiative because. More and more cars are coming into the island. I was looking at something done by, what was his name, the guy from Customs. He has posts and he goes out and speaks about it. I can't remember his name, but he was saying that 1,200 cars were coming in this month. And the 1,200 cars, the roads are going to get further congested. That is happening already.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Go ahead.
That's something we have to look at.
Milo.
Okay, yeah.
I'm saying that.
I really.
SCASPA, not Customs.
SCASPA.
Okay.
I really don't know. We have a lot. I mean, you can't find a way to park on you. Yeah. I mean.
Yeah, you can find a way to park. Just be prepared to walk 30 minutes to your destination. You know.
Yeah. So,
but gentlemen, we have known for some time that speeding was an issue.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, is an issue.
Mm-hmm.
It's the number one factor in relation to road
accidents.
traffic.
Yeah.
And I think it was around 2005, 2006, the Ministry of Health and the police traffic started collaborating and collecting data. There was some interest in this matter also coming from the Pan American Health Organization. And when we saw the data, said, well, we have to do something about this.
Yeah. I'm really happy that we have belatedly, but it is important. This is an important exercise, to get our roads being a little more safer.
I understand there are persons living in certain communities who have decided not to come out of their houses because of the speed.
Yeah.
That is not a good thing.
No.
For people to make a conscious decision to become housebound because they're afraid to get hit.
Yeah.
So that is not good for their health.
This is important exercise.
So this activity has to continue. But
until people understand.
All right, so shall we open the lines unless you have something else? Joni popping up on the wall?
There's a few
Facebook.
comments here on the wall. Somebody saying that the whole world will look like a wasteland soon. Read your Bible and you will understand. Sim kids will not escape forever. There's nothing special about us.
That's doom and
Somebody was
gloom.
making a comment about prostate, saying that you're not having enough sex.
Who's not having enough sex?
Men. I'm reading what I'm seeing here. You're the doctor, you could explain that.
No. Okay, I have an explanation.
Go ahead.
I'll test it out in you after the program.
Oh, okay.
I have to do a pilot.
No, don't make me the pilot at all. Don't make me the pilot at all. Yeah, these are just some comments that are coming in on the Freedom Wall. But time is also of the essence.
Yes, let's open the lines now. We have time.
2:42.
Let's open the lines.
Let's open the lines, but let's take a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll open the lines so that you can weigh in on what we've been talking about and bring us up to date with your alternatives and your measures that you will implement for developmental projects here in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Reliable, dependable, Delta. If you live here in St. Kitts and your tank on E, there's only one place that you should be. Maybe driving in Nevis and you need some fuel. Go straight to Delta. Don't be a fool. Get your cooking gas fast. All petroleum needs ULSD. Everyone in the region is shouting, Go Delta. Premium gasoline in a fully stocked C-store. So there's only one place you should be. Delta Petroleum, baby.
What if your money did more than sit in an account? What if it built dreams, supported families, and empowered futures? At St. Kitts Credit Union, we're more than a financial institution. We're a family that believes in your potential, rooted in people helping people. Enjoy competitive savings rates and low-interest loans for mortgages, vehicles, education, and more. Need security for you or your loved ones? The Family Indemnity Plan and Loan Protection Insurance give your loved ones peace of mind, whether you're saving for school, building your business, or planning for tomorrow. SKCU is here for you. It's not just about banking, it's about belonging. Contact us at 465-2272 or any of our branches. Learn more online at www.skccu.com. Become a member today and be a part of something greater.
For life's finest moments, celebrate them with Skoal Premium Lager. Pure malt, pure class, pure perfection. Skoal, Class and perfection in a bottle.
Hey, Webmaster here. I stay connected to Freedom with the Freedom SKN app. Simply search for the Freedom app in the Android's Play Store or the Apple's App Store and download it. Enjoy world-class radio at its best, anytime, anywhere. Become a Freedom apper today.
And we are back.
We can tell the folks that we were talking about flight delays.
Yeah.
But at least the American Airlines 3084 from Miami should be landing in the next 15 minutes or so. So it's 18 minutes late. And we're seeing here that flights out of Miami International are delayed by 15 to 29 minutes due to traffic volume.
Yeah. Oh,
and then you have the
PSAs.
then you have the cuts, the agents cut.
Yeah, are not working. They're being paid for 2 months now.
So at least.
All right, let's go to the overseas.
A month, man. Just over a month.
Let's just take some calls at this juncture, gentlemen. It's 2:45, so let's go straight to the telephone and hear what our listeners have to say. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Ginny. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes. It was very interesting that the grounding pundits initiated early election talk.
No, not us.
You know, that kind of came out of nowhere.
That wasn't us.
Huh?
That was me.
But he said, no.
But you said that was us. The groundings.
Yeah,
no, I saw speculation.
You can't disassociate yourself from anything you said on the grounding.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you.
But I saw the speculation on Facebook.
Go ahead, Teach. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. But I think the general consensus was that there won't be any immediate poll anytime soon. Although, there are a few things that you can put in the mix. First of all, you notice that fair share has receded and the SSG has come to the forefront.
Yep.
Yeah, correct.
Right? And snap elections are being called for far less to get a mandate.
Thank you, sir.
So that can possibly happen. And
give a timeline.
A timeline?
Anytime.
Well, the thing is, the law has been passed. And once the proposal is actually out there, and I suspect, even though things are heating up now, it's going to get even hotter once we see the proposal. And that might be an impetus to say, listen, okay, we're going to impose on this. Because some people have been calling for a referendum.
That might be the trigger.
Yeah, that might be the trigger, right? Then, of course, the machinations in our politics. You can say that the opposition is in disarray, but remember what happened last election?
Yes.
When a whole number of novices were elected, okay, because the people were fed up of what was going on before, right? So you can't be sure about what can possibly trigger an election, okay? But there was something that was said concerning our governance that I wanted to highlight. Someone mentioned the Public Accounts Committee and those arms that are supposed to provide oversight and so on. Don't seem to be working. All of them don't seem to be working. And there really should be. I don't understand. I never understood it in the previous administration, and I don't understand it now. Why there seems to be a reluctance to let these things function. Why the government should be comfortable with the opposition leader seeming to be in collusion with the government and not chairing the Public Accounts Committee and asking the tough questions as in a parliamentary democracy, that is what should happen. Right? They should not be comfortable with something like that. I heard the Prime Minister a few days ago saying, well, we have good governance, and pointed to the fact that the opposition parliamentarians are getting a diplomatic passport. That's low-hanging fruit. That's just common courtesy that should have been there already. Okay? We're more interested in the hardcore things that do, in fact, bring good governance, like, for instance, the freedom of information. I mean, I happen to know of somebody who went to get information on something and given the runaround, right? So there's still not that commitment. You have, for instance, can anybody in Parliament get up and ask how much was spent on travel for the past year? Nobody can do that.
I mean, nobody can they could ask that, Mark. I mean, nobody could.
Sure, but they're not obliged to answer, Sam. That's what I'm saying. If you can say, well, it's freedom of information, but unless the information is forthcoming, it's pointless, right? That's what I'm saying. There has to be a commitment to these things, and I for one, am not seeing that commitment.
Question to you. What prevents you and me from digging? We don't have to wait for parliamentarians, politicians to do the digging. We can do the digging.
Well, like I said, I know of an example where a non-politician did.
But if the person was not provided what the law says, then the person's lawyer should have a date.
Patrick, if you don't mind, we know, okay, our environment here. We know that getting information is like pulling teeth.
Has to start somewhere.
Right? And we know that the court, going to the courts is a long process. That's just another way of making sure that things don't happen. Why is it that these town hall meetings that you were talking about happens after the fact, after the bill is passed, right? After there's talk of this big proposal in Nevis? Why is it that whatever is supposed to happen at Fort Thomas seems to have happened behind our backs, after the fact, behind stakeholders' back? And I'm not even talking about ordinary citizens' back, behind stakeholders' back like National Trust and so on. If there was a commitment to good governance, these things would not happen, right? And I don't think that the government is held to account for these things. And one of the problems, I agree, is weak opposition. They themselves are probably afraid of saying, well, you used to do it too. And so they're afraid to bring these things to the fore. But they need to be brought to the fore, because otherwise what you have is business as usual, bad business as usual. The same old, what you have is a change of personnel, but the same old khaki pants, right? The same bad stuff that used to happen keep happening. That is what we expect, is a change of paradigm, just like how you're going to be having lots of talk about sustainability and so on, right? We want there to be the same kind of sustainability in our governance system.
Matt, 30 seconds, because we're out here at 3 o'clock.
Okay, yes.
We have a program at 3.
And basically what I'm saying is, right, there should be more pressure applied to get the kind of governance that they're talking about, and do not let the Prime Minister get away with saying that we have good governance now when we don't, by referring to those superficial things like diplomatic passports and so on. We want to see actual good governance happen in the country that would impact everybody in a positive way.
All right, thank you, Mac. We're going to take some more calls. It's just about 6 minutes before 3 o'clock. So if you let all the lines are lighting up nicely, let's take a big brief, please. We don't have a lot of time, but do call. Thank you for calling. Good afternoon.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Yeah, good to be on going in.
Yes,
One
sir.
more time. Big thanks for the information shared. Okay, we want to talk about two things. And we want to touch one of the things that is a word what they call it before me. Environment. No. First thing. We are listening to the word of a bomb. Every minute you hear explosion, night and day. And every time we hear them, it's money we account. We account dollars. And dollars is a scarce commodity, you know. Especially among the class that they call the low class. So, we have said that them things there, you know, because sometimes we have to save the people them from themselves. And we have said that them kind of sitting there, them bomb things there. They should be banned. And if a ban is on them, and people go around the ban, we should deal with it. Serious thing. Because apart from messing up the environment and the atmosphere, with the scent and whatever comes from the bomb thing, as we said before, money will come. Every time we hear them think about some money will come. And it's time that if the people them don't want to save themselves, it's time that people who in authoritative positions to reach out and save the people. That's what leadership is all about. All right, we think we have said enough on that. No, they call it before me, as I say, use the word environment. You see, we don't have what we are going, we don't have what we are talking about this and that and tower the other. It is said, you know, cleanliness is next to what?
Godliness.
Yes. From Newton to McKnight, we hear that, you know. From small, you know. That means, vice versa. If it's not cleanliness, it's ungodliness. And at the same time, if you walk around and ask, Tom, Dick, and Harry, most of the people, you believe in God? Most people will say, yeah, we hardly have atheists around here. Most people going to say, yeah, man, we believe in God. But at the same time, we have environment that is nasty and dirty and unclean. See, we are not coming out. We are not coming right now. And they sitting them. They're sitting them. When we small, you see before when we make up, you see when them say clean up. Because when we in a fall and you had that with this and the tower and the other and the other, them say them think that, yeah, them think they look right. No. This morning, we took a walk in town, and as we enter Independence, 1 Mile Square, we almost walked in a pool of human feces. Not dog, you know. Dog is bad. But human feces, which makes it worse. No. The other day we see 14 people come from all over the place. What they call them, tourist boat. Imagine something like that in one of the main green spaces we have in Baxter here. And we have people visiting. Imagine that. What we really do, we're talking about this, that tower, the other, this, that tower, the other. And you know what some elders tell me? They say that unclean environment begets crosses. You see the amount of confusion that we have around here, politically and otherwise. We are sure, we're not doubting, you know, we are sure that it is coming from the environment that we so comfortable in. You see people that eat in nasty, drink in nasty environment. And if, as we keep saying, you know, all of us are nasty, you know.
Brother X, 1 minute, because we're out of time. We have to join Hospital at 3
I'm going
o'clock.
to finish now.
Mm-hmm.
All of us are nasty. But the nasty people them is making us look like all of we nasty. And the clean people not try. We need to deal with these things. We can't be talking about sustainable this and that and tell the other. And we live in worse than animal.
Okay. Worse
than animal. We who have 2 foot and it's superb creation, mankind, humankind. What are we comfortable? What are we just come from? Right, shoot the hole. Me go up on the main road now, going to the land. And this side of the road. And if you cut in on the villages, then you see the same thing. We not say cleaning now go on, but it make it look like we not try.
Okay.
So, all right, we have said
thank you so much for your input. Well, we're out of time. It's 1 minute after 3 o'clock. We should be joining up with Horsford Marketing Department for the Spin to Win initiative. So they haven't started yet. So could you guys do 30-second?
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Juni and Sam, and to the listeners. If human waste is found in the environment, it was probably put there deliberately. And for those of you listening from outside, that is a very, very rare event. In relation to some of the topics this afternoon, I have a quote from Bernie Sanders. Change will not take place without political participation.
Thank you, Dr. Martin. Sam, your brief sermon.
Let me see if I could brief up. I want to end with, we have been lamenting the state of Jamaica and Haiti and Cuba and so on with hurricanes. So I'll just end with a prayer. Almighty and everlasting God, Lord of heaven and earth, grant unto us, your suppliant people, protection against hurricane, earthquake, and other calamities, that in tranquility of weather we may ever rejoice in the comfort we ever desire, and may always make right use of your bountiful goodness through Jesus Christ, our Lord. Amen.
Amen. And with that, we close this edition of Groundings for today. We are standing by to join the marketing department of Horsford. It's going to happen every Friday at 3 o'clock or thereabouts. So good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. And we got to go.
Furniture Home Store. Shop on hire purchase during our triple cashback season and get triple cashback coupons for free groceries. Plus a chance to spin the wheel to win every Friday.
Join Sugar Bowl live in store as 3 lucky customers each week spin for fabulous prizes. From flat screen TVs and small appliances to housewares, free groceries, and much, much more.
It's excitement, rewards, and comfort rolled into one. Triple the cashback, triple the prizes, triple the fun. Only at Horsford's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store. Horsford's, where style, comfort, and savings live.
Hello. It's hard to believe it's been a year already, Delia, with the Delios. And we're here another year. The triple cashback coupon season has begun. Tell us a little bit what that means.
Okay, so what that essentially means is that all customers who make a higher purchase between June and December can find themselves the lucky winner here with us this afternoon, or quite possibly